Live.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Live.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, Closed Circuit TV is getting some help in your local retail stores. And is your postal worker looking at your social media posts? And Taco Bell is reusing their hot sauce packets? And this week in What Animals Do When Humans Return to the World. All this and much, much more will be discussed here on Deacon Live. How are you? How are things? How are things going? Are you doing okay? Are you okay? Is it a sigh of relief? Is it a sigh of let's move on, let's learn from this, let's get better at this, let's improve each other's lives, all in general, after what's happened in the last couple of days. Now, don't forget, we had 420, yesterday, day before, 420. Is 420 going to be a thing anymore? I guess, beer 30 is always a thing, but 420, everyone's like, smoke weed, 420, all right. And now it's like, some of the states have legalized marijuana and some of the states have medical marijuana, but it's not a big taboo thing anymore. But 420, I guess, will always be a thing as long as beer 30 is always a thing. Now, I can't smoke weed. I say I can't smoke weed. I don't get into smoking weed. I'm a hyperactive guy. I'm a guy who likes to move and shake and do all this stuff, and I got ideas in my head that are rapid firing all the time. Marijuana... You would think, hey, Deacon, smoke some of that and chill the fuck out, please. I'm like, man, I can't. I remember doing it in high school, and I was in like one of, everyone's got a band. Everyone's got a band in high school, and I'm like, we're gonna smoke a joint and write the best song ever. And then 2 hours later, you're just sitting there like looking at your fingers and staring at the stars, thinking, you got any ramen noodles? So marijuana, pot, maybe now that I'm older, maybe, I don't know. It's not my thing. Something else that's not my thing. Now, I've been doing radio in some form or fashion since 1998. I graduated from high school in the 90s and graduated from college in 94 and was on the radio starting in 1998. And then this is as far as I've gone. Well, the radio landscape has changed thanks to the internet, and we appreciate the internet. But here's the thing. I've always been asked to, oh, you're in radio. You should DJ my cousin's wedding. What do you mean? No, it doesn't work that way. It's kind of like Mitch Hedberg said, you're a comedian. You want to write a script? And he's like, no, I don't. Here come the things. It's like asking a chef, oh, you can cook really well? You want to farm? No, I don't want to farm. So my neighbor's next door, and just to give you a little background to get you guys caught up so you don't have to listen to past several years of podcasts to get caught up, I'll break it down briefly for you. So my neighbor's next door, man and woman, husband and wife, been married. They're probably about the same age as my wife and I. They have five kids, 2 girls, 3 girls, they have 6 kids. Sorry, they have a baby. So they have 3 girls, 1, 2, 3, and 3 boys. Make it even, right? And I think the youngest one the boy is probably 2, 3 years old. I think he's going to be 3, and the oldest is 21. So there's the range there. So a lot of them are going through or are still in school, elementary school, or what they call, what do they call the first school? Not elementary school. They call it, I don't know, grades 1 through 12. So they're in there somewhere. And now kids are starting to go back to school. Now these kids next door, they are homeschooled. They homeschooled, and the mom and the dad teaches them, and they do all the stuff. Smart kids, very nice kids, very, very polite, yes sir, no ma'am, that type stuff. And But they do have a community of homeschool kids. So if you've never been homeschooled before, you always have a group of homeschool kids that are always being homeschooled at the same time. And then you get together for these little meetings and stuff and share experiences. So you're not left out of that whole communal thing that public school allows you. So my neighbor comes up to me, and I was doing something, and he's got a nice sized property next to us. I think he's got 18 acres. We got 20 some odd acres over here. And so he's got an existing barn, metal building type thing. It's got, two sides you can pass through front and back. But I think it's like 48 by 48. It's a big building. And he parks his RV under it and his tractors and all the stuff underneath it. And he says to me the other day, he goes, we were just chit-chatting across the barbed wire fence there. And he's like, yep, next month in that building right there, I'm going to have a prom. Oh, really? In there? Yeah, because, the schools and the schools don't want to, because of the pandemic, they don't want to take the risk and do all the stuff for, having gatherings and everything. So they don't want to put any money into it and, homeschool and blah, 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 blah. Oh, that'll be cool. So I'm thinking in my head, I've already had a couple beers in me because I don't smoke weed. And I was already thinking, I'm waiting for, would you like to DJ the prom? And I'm like, oh man, I got some lighting, some old lighting stuff you can borrow, some string lights, some can lights, decorate it up a little bit. I said, but I said, don't ask me to DJ, kidding around. Don't ask me to DJ. Why not? He didn't say why not. I said, man, you will not like my kind of music. These kids next door, great, church on Sunday, home on Monday. What's the old song there? There's a song there somewhere. I said, you don't want me DJing over there. I said, plus I get a little loose lipped here. You don't want me calling out Josiah about his whatever he's wearing or anything like that. Anyway, so no, it's all good. I don't want to feel, I don't want to, it's your neighbor. It's like asking him to paint your house and he does a shitty job painting your house. And you got to look at your neighbor every day. You got to look at the paint job that he did too. So I said, no. I said, that I don't want to do that. Then my wife gets mad at me. Why'd you say that to him? You're an ass. I know I'm an ass, babe. She's like, I know you're an ass too, but he thinks I know you're an ass, but you're a different kind of ass. He probably thinks you're an asshole. Like, he doesn't think I'm an asshole. He borrows my tractor. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. And then I caught him a couple days later. I'm like, hey, man, did you find a DJ yet? Oh, yeah, the one that was doing such and such weddings. Yeah, he's going to come over and work on that. I said, well, look. I said, I got a couple mixing boards. I got a couple live studio amps and some PA speakers on a microphone. You're welcome to borrow it if you need to. He goes, oh, really? I said, yeah. You're welcome to it. Oh, well, I'll take you up on that. So that's my Band-Aid over me not asking, or me not DJing or whatever his prom for. What is prom? Is prom in junior high? I never had prom. I had a dance in junior high school. I think he's got two high schoolers over there. And I'm not DJing a high school prom in this day and age, 2021. No, it was different in the 90s. They actually snuck drinks in. Spiked the punch and did all that stuff. So I said, no, yeah, I'll lend you my stuff. I'll hook it up for you and get you all set up. I might go over there and actually hang out and have a couple beers with myself because I don't think they drink. So that was my conversation with my neighbor the other day. It was just weird. My wife got mad at me. She got mad at me because I did that. I'm like, I don't want to do it. But you just sound like a jerk. I'm sorry. They don't know you like I do. I'm like, I know. Now, you guys know me, and you know how I am about going to the doctor. I love going to the doctor. I will go to the doctor all day long, up and down, back and forth. And you know what's been going on. They screwed up my damn appointment. They couldn't get it right. And they sent me the text message, and it was for like 3 days from the actual appointment that I actually had. And I'm like going, what? Get it together, people. Get it together. So I knew. Now, my nurse practitioner, Jennifer, made up title, she gave me a referral for my back. Now, as you guys know, over the past couple years, I've had problems with my back, sciatic nerve, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to bring you up to date on that, but they need a referral. I need a referral to just walk in. I can't just walk into a medical place and go, my back hurts. And they go, okay, do you have insurance? Yes. well, because you weren't referred, we're going to charge you 120% instead of the 80% we normally charge you. All right, let me go get a referral. I'll be right back. So I went and got a referral, and Jennifer said, well, you can go see this guy over here, and he's right across the street, kind of sort of in another building complex, and we'll set it up for, what do you want to set it up for? I said, I don't know, early in the morning. And so she said the date, and in my mind, I said, yeah, that sounds fine. Let's go for it, and then I can get all my stuff done later on in the day. So, of course, I get a text message from Atrium. You got an appointment on blah, 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 blah date. I'm like, all right, cool. Told my wife, hey, you know what? This Monday I've got my back appointment. She's like, oh, my God, I'm so glad you're getting that fixed or looked at. You know, you've been walking around, hobbling and humbling around. I hope he can do something for you. I hope he can help you. All right, so I'm going to a sports medicine guy. So getting up early, bright and early on, and of course it's an hour drive away. So bright and early up on Monday. I'm like, Monday's my days that I always make my appointments, and like my dentist stuff, I always get that done early in the week instead of later in the week. Get up early, have my breakfast, jump in the car, drive down there. It's an hour away, hour and 15 minutes away. Get there, show up, and the lady behind the counter goes, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here for my appointment." What's your name? Said, I gave her my name, and she's like, I don't have you on the thing. Who are you here to see? I said, I'm here to see, and I can't pronounce his name. It's an Indian name. I said, Shabir. Sorry, I'm not making this up. Siddharth Thakur. And both the girls behind the counter, big plate glass, bulletproof windows. Who? I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm like, Siddharth. I said, look, I can't pronounce the name. Let me get the email or the text message. So I'm scrolling through my text message, and I spell it out for her. Last name, Tharek. Thakur? Oh, Thacker. All right, fine. Thacker, Thakur. I don't know. I was trying to, I was going by his first name, trying to make his last name make sense. I said, right. And she's like, oh, he's not here today. I'm like, what do you mean he's not here today? I've got an appointment right here. I said, right here, from you guys. And I'm my peacock feathers are fluffering. And I get to the window, and I'm showing them my phone through the window. I'm sure it's got a glare. They can't see shit. And I said, Atrium Health, you have an appointment on April 16th at 9 o'clock on Sanford Road and blah, 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 blah. I said, here it is right here, April 16th, 9 o'clock. Appointment here at this location. I said, is this the right location? She's like, yeah, but it's April 19th. And I go, oh, what? She's like, today's the 19th. Your appointment was on Friday. That's when he's in the office. I go, so he's not here. No, he floats around. He's a doctor, sports doctor of medicine. So he floats around. Well, is there a good place to eat lunch around here? I'm like, oh God, now I'm the ass. I'm the ass because I can't. I told the lady, I said, well, I don't look at I don't look at a calendar on a regular basis, as you can tell. No, she's like, no problem. Don't let it happen again, type deal. But no, it's okay. We'll fix it. And she's like, do you want to come? The next appointment we have is for the 23rd. Okay, when's the 23rd? She's like, Friday. All right, here we go. Another Friday appointment. Sure, no problem. I can do a Friday appointment, 9:30. Same guy, right? She's like, yeah, same guy. I said, all right, cool. So anywhere good to eat around here? She's like, oh, go there and there. So I felt like just an ass because I had everything. I had all the bolts and rivets and everything in my pocket. I was ready to lay down some heat. I was like, what do you mean he's not here? And then I've got the wrong damn time and wrong damn address, and not the wrong address, but the wrong date and the wrong whatever. All right, so I just felt like I feel bad. I apologize to anyone out there in the medical field, and I've hurt your feelings as far as making appointments and not getting the appointments right. I myself has fallen into that trap. You've got a lot going on. We all have a lot going on, and this one just kind of messed me up a little bit. All right, when we come back, we'll dive into the show. Big show for you today. Lots of stuff going on, so stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live as we broadcast to you from the Help Mr. Beast studio. For more information on that, go to prophetradio.com, click on the Mr. Beast logo there. And we broadcast just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And make sure you follow us on all those social networks and stuff. And the way you do that is go over there. While you're over there at Prophet Radio, click on social contacts, and you could do that as well. Now, here at the Franch, we call it a Franch because it's part farm, part ranch. We have horses, cattle, chickens. We also have produce and stuff. Some acreage is set for produce. Some acreage is set for livestock. Now, here we sell eggs. We have a contract with a couple different companies, or I say companies, different restaurants around the area. They buy our farm fresh eggs, and we also open it up to the public. Now, here lately, because of the pandemic, we haven't seen the roadside traffic increase. It's actually decreased. We've got like 4 or 5 people that buy 5 or 6 dozen at a time, but not for nothing, the refrigerators are getting full. We have big walk-in coolers because of the pandemic and stuff. So people aren't out there buying stuff from roadside stands or anything like that anymore. Now, this gentleman right here bought something at a garage sale. I know the story's a little old. I say it's a little old. It's about a couple months old, but it's a very unique, and it kind of ties in with the whole 420 thing. When the great wave of 1960s optimism finally broke, the hippiedom gave way to Vietnam and Richard Nixon. The end of the area had never been clear before. All right, nothing less the culture means and all this stuff. So here this thing is, this gentleman right here, a synthesizer Elliot Curtis was cleaning, was quite popular in the 1960s. Unfortunately, as he was cleaning it, he started to get a little lightheaded, a little woozy. He couldn't figure out what was going on. There had been rumors in the 1960s that operators would dip their fingers in liquid LSD and touch their devices for inspiration. This also had been just rumors until Curtis started tinkering around with a Buchla, Buchla Model 100, literally covered in the drug. After he removed the module to clean it, the rust and the crystallization residue around the thing that he was like, I got to get all this cleaned up. But some of the substance seemed to be dissolved in his hand and began to alter his perspective. He said, quote, felt like I was tripping on LSD. Weird tingling sensations 45 minutes later. Little did Curtis know, after buying this thing out of a garage sale, that the damp, lightlessness conditions that provided him the perfect environment for the LSD test. So what happened was he actually bought this old synthesizer, which was real popular at a garage sale, and he was starting to clean it, and here's the picture of it right here. Now, for every podcast we do, we have a matching video, and the way you see that is go to prophetradio.com, and you can watch the articles and stuff as I talk about them right here on the main screen. So there he is. He's got a sound engineer, dedicates a 9-hour trip, or descends into a 9-hour trip after fixing a 1960s radio equipment covered in LSD. So there you go. That's pretty trippy. I mean, that's an old thing. I like those old, because they work well, analog. Now, for those of you who don't know, here in the studio, I've got a nice analog 32-channel Yamaha mixing board over here. I have a very, very expensive condenser microphone, and then it runs through the computer, and there's a little bit lost in the translation when it runs through analog transferring to digital. So I try to maintain a good sound quality here in the studio. Now, when you go grocery shopping and stuff, you always see there's a little sign on the door saying, CCTV. Now, for those of you who don't know what CCTV is, it's closed circuit television. That means it only captures, there's cameras in that room that capture stuff only in that environment. So you're walking into a place that technically you have no right to privacy. It's watching you at all times. A lot of times you've seen the movies, there's no tape, and the cops go in. Burglary. Yeah, where's the tapes? Where's the security camera footage? Oh, we didn't put the tape in. Or as the movies get newer, oh, the database or the hard drives crash. We don't play those, and the cameras suck anyways. Now, with everything going on today, with video cameras on our phones, with video installed on people's, what am I saying? Installed on their police uniforms, any kind of uniforms like that, where they're constantly dealing with the public. The WoolWorth staff, now if you can find a WoolWorth, I know they went belly up here in the United States, are wearing a police-style body camera as part of a national trial to combat the steep rise in customer abuse. Now, you've seen videos of people yelling at we're all getting out in the fields again. We're being released from our homes. Go, feel free and forage, or what's the saying? So we're being released from our houses, and some of us forgot how to act. So we're yelling at people, we're screaming at people, and the people that we're yelling and screaming at are the people in the workforce. We're taking our frustrations out on these people. So here's an article of what WoolWorth is doing to keep their employees safe.
Staff are wearing police-style body cameras as part of a national trial to combat a steep rise in customer abuse. As Mimi Becker reports, the number of assaults against staff at the supermarket doubled last year.
A simple solution to make staff feel safe.
I think it's a shame that they have to bring it in.
In the craziness of COVID, panic buying and brawls over toilet paper,
I just want one pack.
On the front line, grocery staff copped abuse.
What we've seen and what we know from our members is 85% of retail workers experience customer abuse and violence.
WoolWorth staff are now trialling body-worn safety cameras at 5 stores across Melbourne.
I wouldn't want to be recorded without my permission, explicit permission.
Under the trial, WoolWorth says the cameras are only turned on if a supervisor is concerned and that no audio will be recorded. The videos will be stored on secure Australian servers and access is limited to WoolWorth security experts and law enforcement.
If that makes them feel safe, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, why would people mind?
The trial in Woolworths will run for the next couple of months before management decide if it's been effective and the body cameras should be rolled out at stores across the country. A spokesperson for Coles says they have no plans to implement the technology in their supermarkets.
Now, this is Coles with a C. It's another shopping store over in Australia, down under.
There's no excuse for this level of abuse and violence in a workplace. Retail workers are just doing their jobs.
Mimi Becker, 9 News.
There you go. So they're having, and the cameras aren't like, you know what they look like? They look like, remember back in the day, the Instant cameras, the disposable cameras, the little small guy. I think that you can buy a pack of them for, I forget how many dollars you can buy them for. But you buy like a small pack of them. The little yellow Kodak cameras, that's what they look like, and they're hanging from a lanyard around their neck. So if I'm having a confrontation with someone, for example, hey, that rang up $2.97. It was actually $1.40. I'm sorry, sir, but it rang up yeah, can you do a price check? Sir, we don't have the manpower. I want goddamn shit, and you start, and then you see that camera, that little red light go on their chest. What do? You reach for it and you rip that son of a bitch off, you throw it on the floor and you stomp on it. But that's another, I don't know. I hope it works out. I mean, it's very, very primitive as far as those cameras around the neck, but it's coming. That's what we're getting into as far as protecting our employees and that's all they're trying to do. They're trying to protect their employees. I think that was the whole thing about the body cameras coming out in the police force. Hey, we're supposed to protect ourselves. This is our angle. I know that in the news report, and believe me, we're all light and fluffy here. We try to be as positive as possible. But the one lady who reached for her taser and accidentally pulled out her gun and shot that gentleman there, she literally says that once the incident has happened, you know, how everyone kind of stands around and kind of chit-chats and stuff as far as anything. You know, if you dump over a can of paint, oh, man, why'd you do that? I don't know, it just slipped over. As soon as the incident happens, there's a group of people that say, go ahead and click off your body camera so you don't incriminate yourself by saying anything else, which I think is horrible in itself because you need to have that immediate reaction, the immediate feedback. Hey, what was your mind or thought? And that's what's going on. So a lot of cops, even though if they get caught in those situations, as soon as the incident happens, they click off their cameras, and I think they should be on at all times. That's my opinion, for what it's worth. All right, when we come back, is your postal worker getting information from you based on your social media inputs? I know this is all Big Brother type episode. Believe me, it'll get light and fancy free here in the next couple of minutes or so. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live, broadcasting from the Help Mr. Beast studios. And the way you do that is to go to prophetradio.com, PROPHET radio. Click on the Mr. Beast logo there and find out a way to help Mr. Beast get better. We broadcast from just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And while you're on the Prophet Radio website, click on the social contacts that links us to you and you to us. And don't forget, we do a darker conversation based on things that are going on in our nation's news and stuff. I mean, real dark. We dive into like events as far as COVID and court action and stuff, and is this going somewhere? And I do that with another gentleman, and that's available too for you to listen to as well. Now, from the file of if you can't beat them, copy them. After successfully bullying Snapchat stories, Facebook is setting its sights on Clubhouse next. Facebook has bullied Snapchat into almost being absolutely nothing anymore. And now you've got your little Facebook Live, your little Facebook stories and stuff. And now Facebook is now trying to go after Clubhouse. The audio-only discussion public forum platform Clubhouse is the hottest social media trend out of the year. Facebook doesn't want to be left out, of course. Duh. The social network has announced a slew of audio features, including podcast forum, a soundbites audio creation tool for the short audio content, a live audio rooms for joining, just like Clubhouse, like talks, I guess. I don't know. I've never had Clubhouse. Clay. Facebook is starting to test live audio rooms in groups and will roll it out to everyone using Facebook and Facebook Messenger by this summer. So Facebook out there is attacking another one of its rivals. Can't buy them, might as well copy them, right? So they put Snapchat basically out of business. This new app called Clubhouse, the audio section, they're trying to copy that and put them out of business. The company decided to start with groups. Oh, get off me. Oh, did you hear that? The company decided to start with groups because it can reach 1.8 billion people that are already highly engaged in their communities by making it likely that they'll be the first ones who want to profit from the feature. The company also is rolling out a new select few public figures like quarterback Russell Wilson, musical artist I'm going to mess this up, right? Toka Monsta, and director Elon Moxley, and Olympic medalist Nastia Lukin. Go ahead and throw those people in there. That should cover your broad range of people who are on Facebook. The biggest influencer, I guess. Unsurprisingly, the interface is pretty similar to Clubhouse, with highlighted speakers in the front row, and listeners are visible to everyone. So there you go. So Facebook is attacking Clubhouse next. Now, in the same sense of Big Brother attacking... Did you hear that? Did you see it? It's flying around here. And you thought Facebook was your prime enemy. The Postal Service is running a convert operation program that monitors American social media posts. That's what the article says. The law enforcement arm of the United Postal Service has been quietly running a program that tracks and collects American social media posts, including those about planned protests, according to the document obtained through this news outlet. The details of the surveillance effort known as, you ready for this? iCOP, lowercase I-C-O-P, the Internet Covert Operation Program, have not previously been made public until now. The works involve having analysts trawl through social media sites looking for the documents described as inflammatory postings and then sharing this information across government agencies. So, what that means is the iCOP people, I don't know if it's an existing corporation or whatever inside the USPS or the United States Postal Service, which is a government-run agency, they've got nothing to do. I guess, there's not enough mail coming through the door. Hey, Charlie, what are you doing? Yep, I went through the 4 pieces of mail that came in today. What are you going to do now? I don't know. Probably get on Clubhouse and chit-chat with some people. Hey, what if we put you to work and have you look at something else? What am I going to look at? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Analysts in the United States Postal Service Inspection Service, the USPIS, the USPIS, that's what it's called, USPIS, USPIS, International Covert Operations, the iCOP, monitoring significant activities regarding planned protests occurring internationally, domestically on March 20th, 2021. They say that on March 16th, government bulletins marked as law enforcement sensitive and distributed throughout the department's Homeland Security and through its fusion centers as well. Locations and times have been identified for these protests, which are being distributed online across multiple social media platforms, including right-wing leaning Parler and Telegram accounts. A number of groups were expected to gather in cities around the globe on March 20th as a part of a worldwide rally for freedom and democracy, a protest leading everything from locking down measures to G5. And also, Parler users have commented about their internet use against rallying and raging violence. See image tree on there. All right, so what they're doing is, it's Big Brother. It's Big Brother going through your social media accounts, and this is prime example of them doing it. To a certain extent. You didn't think the United Postal Service, the people that are at your house every day, well, they used to not deliver on Sundays. Or Saturday and Sunday. Now they deliver on Saturday just to make up the extra money, and now they're watching your social media post. The government's monitoring of American social media is subject for an ongoing debate inside and outside the government, particularly in recent months following the rise of domestic unrest. While posts on the platforms such as Facebook and Parler have allowed law enforcement to track down and arrest rioters who assaulted the Capitol on January 6th, such data collection has also sparked concerns about the government surveilling peaceful protests and those engaged in protected First Amendment right activities. So, I mean, you're out there. I guess that's going to be part of. Did you sign up? Did you sign up for this? No. Did you see a new thing on your when you sign on to Facebook? The new the privacy and terms and stuff. Did you read those? No, you never read those. You just click on them and go by. Well, now the iCOP, which is part of the United Postal Service, the people that you allow on your property at any given time, all the time. What was it, many years ago? They said, see something, say something. And they were actually recruiting the United Postal workers. Hey, man, if you see anything going on in your neighborhood that looks like terrorism, I think it was in the W. Bush era. If you see anything that looks like terrorism, you need to report it quickly to 1-800-I-HATE-TERROR. I'm going to get that done. So do we have a problem with them looking at our social media things? No. Well, yes, we do. But do we have problems with them walking around reporting terrorist activities? No, we don't. Yes, I want you out there on the streets, the garbage men out there, the people that are constantly walking around in our neighborhoods, the landscapers out there, the United Postal workers out there. I want you to see something, say something. But now that they've turned into our personal life, they pass through our thresholds, into our door, into our house, into our living rooms, and checking on our social media pages and stuff. I don't like what's going on, or I wish, I hate this, or I like this. I'm glad this happened. I'm not glad this happened. On my media post, that's going to get flagged, not through Facebook. It's going to get flagged through in partnership with the iCOPS that's running through the social media, your platforms and all that. So you're not safe. It doesn't matter. You're not safe at all. You don't. It's slowly coming around. It's slowly coming around to where they have control of each and every one of us. And I'm not, no, by all means, I'm not anything like Alex Jones or any kind of conspiracy and stuff. Look, man, I got a small little farm. I do a couple things here. I do a little podcast. I have some fun. We laugh and giggle. We listen to some great music. That's about the extent of my daily existence. Some of you do a little bit more. If you're blind, man, you're not listening to what's going on. You're not listening to what's going on. 420, man. Open up your mind. Expand your mind. Oh, well, there you go. All right, when we come back, speaking of expanding your mind, Taco Bell is they're not getting into the heat. Taco Bell is slowly getting into the heat. And I'll jump into that here in just one sec. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the Help Mr. B studios, and the way you do that is to go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. Click on the Mr. Beast logo. Find out how you can help him. He's got suffering from Crohn's disease, and there's more information on that as well. While you're over there at Prophet Radio, click on the social contacts, and you can find all the links that link us to you and you to us as well. Also, there's a little section on there if you want some free swag. A couple people this week. We had some new subscribers on there, so don't worry, guys. I'm getting everything packed up and shipped out here in the next couple days or so. So don't worry about that. I'll get all that out to you. Now, with everyone being slowly let back, I'm still not going to the gym. I refuse to go to the gym. I refuse to wear a mask while I'm in the gym. I'm sorry. I'll wear a mask all day long, but I cannot work out and get my fit on in the gym wearing a mask. I feel like I'm not taking enough oxygen in. I will ride a bicycle around the neighborhood all day long. I'll do all that stuff. Here's the thing. I think I'm going to sign up for there's an aquatic center. Yes, I know, the one aquatic center that I complained about last year. I think I'm going to sign up for it because I want to do the full court pickup. As you know, I used to practice with the Orlando Magic. I was part of the practice team. Back in 94, I believe, 94, 95, around there. And so I missed that running up and down, and I've got a huge basketball background. I play point forward, for those of you who are old school basketball players. And so I missed that physical activity, and I've got to get back into better shape. I got to lower my blood pressure. I've got to do all this stuff. I got to go to the doctor so he can infuse my spine so I can run around. There's a lot going on. When you're trying to stay in shape and you've got a lot going on at the house, Peloton actually just, sparked at the right moment. They said, yeah, we'll put out this $4,000 bicycle and maybe someone will buy it, maybe someone won't. And then all of a sudden they had the pandemic, and sure enough, man, Peloton, boom, 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 boom. They were selling them. And, you like the bicycle? We've got something else for you. And they created the treadmill. Now, we've had a treadmill here before. You've had a treadmill before. You know how it works. It's some kind of almost like material that runs on a belt, and it goes round and round and round. And there's a roller on the front up by the controls. You got handle grips. And then behind you've got another roller. And then some kind of like buffer or something to catch, so you're not bumping into things, I guess, on the back. I guess there's like a bumper, for lack of a better term. Unfortunately, this model by Peloton is killing kids. It's not, I say it's killing kids. That's how you get the headlines. That's how you get the, what? And if you're watching this video, and the way you watch this video is go to prophetradio.com, click on the Deacon Live, and for every podcast we do, we also share a lot of stuff on there. You can see the shared on certain articles and stuff that you can just kind of bounce in, watch the article, and then bounce right back out. And this kid right here, Peloton is sued for their treadmill. It's a damn death trap, says the article. Peloton's Treadmill Plus, the Tread Plus, I'm sorry, that's what it's called, is a killer machine, literally, not according to the news. The new class action suit filed by a woman who claims that the fitness equipment is utterly unsafe for anyone or any kids or even pets. In the suit, Shannon Albright says that Peloton's $4,295 treadmill, yep, I've got it right here on my screen, is marketed as a device that'll give you the hardest training session on your softest road. All right, thanks. Its shock-absorbing belt is built with 59 individual slats, so it feels like, there's low impact pressure and stuff all like that in there. Shannon's issue is with Peloton is that it does not have a warning about the machine. She feels that it's not sufficient enough to alert the customers due to the true danger, which is, as she explains, is designed to get off me. Fucking flies. It's that time of year. The design allegedly makes it extremely susceptible for children and pets to get trapped underneath the machine. And you're like, all right, well, how's that happen? In docs obtained by this news article, Albright claims that the customers have had children approach the machine out of eyesight of the parent. Well, first of all, there you go. There's your first hint. Those children have been trapped and injured by the Tread Plus machine. The lawsuit mentions at least one child has died as a result of the Tread Plus. Okay, a little extreme there, but all right. I feel sorry for the child, hearts and prayers. And at least several dozen more have been injured. Albright claims that the injuries range from bruising and abrasions to broken bones and permanent brain injuries and death. All right, so here we go. I'm going to blow up the video here, and you guys can judge for yourself. Here's an actual video. Let's see. Product safety warning. It stopped the Peloton treadmill from doing its thing. So here we go. And we're all trying to get in shape. We're all trying to get healthy and stuff. So here's the Peloton video. I'm going to bring it up. And it says, warning, consumer product safety warning. This might be disturbing to see. So there's no sound. So first of all, you know what kids do in this video. You can see that, here's mommy or daddy's exercise Peloton thing. $4,000. Look at their house. It's a fucking shithole. There's toys and shit all over. That's the problem. They've got the exercise equipment in where the kids play. First mistake in this video. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. So here the kid is playing in this room. It's got dolls and cars and Mickey Mouse and a little, tetherball or something over there for the kids to play in. So the little girl probably looks like she's maybe 5. The boy's probably 3. Is standing on mommy's treadmill. And here she goes. She turns it on. Yay, this is fun. I'm walking, but I'm not really going anywhere. And the little boy's got a little pink ball, and he's standing on the back of it. Now, on the back of it, as the belt rolls around, there's nothing protecting. There's no protective bumper as the thing tapers off the backside of the actual item or the contraption, the machine. Torture device, if you want to call it that. So here, the little boy he's got a rubber ball and puts it on top of the belt, and it pulls the ball under, and with it. There he is. Oh, and the thing stops. Now he's stuck. Now he's got the weight of the machine on him. There goes the little girl. See you later, little brother. I got your college fund. Little boy's probably screaming and crying. He can't get out. He's trapped with the thing sitting on his arms. Oh, poor kid. He's screaming. Now he's free. I'm free. Oh, pulls him right back under. It's got his head in a twist. Yeah, the machine's slowly, like the Jetsons, get me off this crazy thing, pulls him under, and the machine literally drives up his body like a snowmobile. And he's gone. The ball's still under. I'm out of here. But, the parents are trying to stay in shape. Peloton's trying to make something. Watch your kids. Do me a favor. Unplug the machine. There's got to be a safety switch in there. I know. There's got to be something on there. I'm just saying it's not 100% Peloton's fault, but it's not 100%. I don't know. Everyone wants to blame someone else for not watching their stuff. Now, the reason why we're all trying to get back in shape is because everyone's going to fast food. They're getting DoorDash. They're getting all the... Get that fucking fly. They're going to DoorDash. They're getting all these things. They're not making homemade meals at home anymore. Well, they were for a while, and then they got really, hey, this is really cool. And then, we'll get back into society. No. Nope. So now, people, the fast food restaurants are getting a little bit looser on as far as letting people in, 50% dining. You go through the drive-thru now. One thing that has always affected your fast food joints is the amount of waste. We were going through, remember right before the pandemic, everyone was going to get rid of plastic straws because little Tommy saw a straw in a turtle's nose and he's like, oh my God, this is the worst. And it went up viral. Plastic straws are out of the question. We're doing bamboo straws. We're doing our own straws at home. We're doing all that stuff. And then the pandemic hit and they go, well, maybe we got a little out of control. Maybe that's our punishment. But Taco Bell themselves realize that they are part of the problem. Taco Bell's plastic sauce packets have a very, very short life. Ooh, I hit him. Oh. I don't know where he went. I hit him, though. Taco Bell's plastic salt packets have a very short life. After all, what else are you supposed to do with them after they're squeezed to death? That is soon changing. The fast food chain is partnering with recycle company TerraCycle to give their packets a quote-unquote spicier second life that doesn't involve a landfill. Taco Bell says that more than 8 billion sauce packets are used every year in the United States, and a massive number are potentially environmentally damaging. About 710 million metric tons of plastic will pollute the environment by 2040 if actions aren't taken now. Damn it. And it's all Taco Bell's fault. It's all Taco Bell's fault. Specific details on how the program will work haven't been released yet. However, Taco Bell did reveal that the recycling pilot program will launch later this year at participating different venues and will be simple and involve free shipping. Okay, guys. All right, here we go. The ultimate goal is for discarded sauce packets to have a exciting future in something totally new. Taco Bell said that it's the first fast food brand to use TerraCycle, a New Jersey-based company, buy some stock in them, that helps big businesses become greener and has worked for Procter & Gamble and blah, 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 and Nestle's and all these other companies. In this situation, it's collecting non-recyclable materials, melting them down, and remolding them into hard plastic that can be recycled again after their use. So that's kind of cool. If you got non-recyclable items like a computer keyboard or something like that, they're melting it down, remolding it into a hard plastic that can itself be reused again. So that's kind of ingenious. The food industry today there is no widely available solution for recycling the flexible film that are packets that are commonly used for condiments. Taco Bell is hoping that 2024 packaging used by consumers will be fully recyclable and compostable and reusable across its 7,000 global locations. So what they're trying to do is they're going to take the actual packets. Now, I don't know how they're going to divvy up the packets. They haven't released all the details yet. Last year, Taco Bell claimed that it ditched its popular Mexican pizza because of its packaging was an amount used more than 7 million pounds of actual paper cardboard each year. So what do? You get rid of the product. You don't have to worry about all the cardboard and everything, the paper products. So how do you let's look at it this way. So if you want to recycle, of course, it's got to start in California. It's not going to start here in North Carolina. It's not going to start in Florida. It's not going to start in these environments where, screw that, I'm not doing it. But in California, it's got to start in those areas. And they'll work out a process of how to return your fiery sauce, your Diablo sauce, your mild sauce, and all the other ones. And if you collect enough of them, I guess if you collect enough, they said free shipping. Free shipping's involved. So if you send back a pound of packets, 50 cents off a taco. So was it then? I think they owe you 20 cents after that, don't you? How much is a taco at Taco Bell? $1? $1.10? Buy the value meal, it might be 99 cents. All right, so there you go. There's got to be some kind of incentive for us to throw it back. But the cool thing is they're working up with TerraCycle over in New Jersey that they're taking plastic products and injecting something, probably gives us cancer, who knows, that is turning the plastic that was non-recyclable into a recyclable material. Who knows? We'll be long and gone before then. What does George Carlin say? The planet just wants plastic, and they'll phase us out. Maybe the coronavirus is phasing us out. Well, we put a stop to that, didn't we? All right, we come back. Now that everyone's moving around in the world, animals that were, normally petrified of us are, had free reign for one full year. Animals have, in the wild, in the cities and stuff, they're like going, hey, what's going on? Where'd everyone go? They don't know what to do. And now that the human race is moving back into normal society, the animals don't know how to react to us. And we'll dive into that here in just one sec. And we'll wrap up the show and let you guys get back to what you got to do here in a few moments. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the Help Mr. Beast studio. And the way you can help him is to go to Prophet Radio, PROPHET Radio. Click on the Mr. Beast logo. And he's a YouTube guy and an organization has trying to help him out. He's got Crohn's disease, and they've got the solution for him, but it's trying to get to him. That's the thing. Everyone wants to help you, but, you got 60 million followers on YouTube, and this is their way of trying to get a hold of them. So click on that, share it, and do all the things that do that makes that happen. And also, while you're there, click on social contacts, and you can follow us and all the links that links us to you and you to us as well. Now, speaking of links, the missing link, the monkey, the ape, they say we evolved from apes and, Cro-Magnon man and all the things that science has done. Well, during this pandemic, since animals are just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for the humans to come out of hibernation, scientists are mixing human body parts with robots and monkeys. Do we want to see what happens next? It's been a big mouthful. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a big monthful for sci-fi primates. On April 8th, Elon Musk, I don't know if you remember this, his startup Neuralink announced that they've created a cyborg monkey that can play mind pong using a brain chip that was inserted into his head. The following week, scientists at the SALK Institute in California revealed that they successfully grew a human macaque embryo in test tubes. These hybrid babies were then aborted after 20 days. All right, so here we go. What? What happened? They actually did it? The ethical implications of such experiments are now in debate and are, you get a shrug as far as, should we be doing this? Are we humans? Should we not do this? The thing, it's inevitable that humans themselves, powerful humans, will indulge in behavior that is both pleasurable and possible. What else could be more pleasurable than playing God? I guess. I don't know. The practical question is how to stop them or how to stop us from doing it. But how to survive this technotronic age where do we draw the boundaries? Where do we reject technology terms and for conditions that can be helped with technology? When it's all said and done, there might be a point where we have to have just chips inserted into our brains. Ultimately, these religious questions and many traditional cultural views and as far as living beings are sacrificed may be sacred to some people. Each creature is endowed with a spark of consciousness and is therefore deserving of dignity, even those that we kill and eat. So there's a humane way of processing a cow, processing chicken. Believe me, I know that. And from the standpoint, tinkering with the fundamental makeups of any living being is a form of blasphemy, especially in the case of humans. For materialistic people, quite prevalent, the people in Silicon Valley, an organism is only collection of a cell and chemical signals that has nothing like a soul. Are you with me? So what's happened is Musk wired up a primate and is being celebrated by this major breakthrough in cyborg technology. Here we go. The overall system is fairly simple. The Neuralink scientists trained this 9-year-old macaque, Pager was his name, to play Pong and other puzzles on the screen using a joystick. Every time the monkey made a correct move, the mental tube squirted, a banana smoothie in its mouth. While Pager's brain was being scanned by 2 neurological chips that have been, I hate when they say this, jabbed into a skull. They couldn't say surgically implanted. No, they say jabbed into a skull. You can see the bias on the story here. It's the media, people, believe me. More than 2,000 wires fan out from this gray matter, monitoring his cortex as he wiggled the joystick and sucked down the banana smoothie for every correct answer. Once the monkey's neutral activity has been correlated with his actions, the on-screen researchers unplugged the joystick, meaning that, he was moving the joystick, but the joystick wasn't actually controlling what was on the screen. The cursor kept moving. The monkey was playing a video game with nothing more than his brain waves, with all the little spider webs coming off of his head. Maybe it's just me, but in time it seems like the cursor moved smoothly, says one technologist, when the neurochimp was being employed to do this. So there's a chimp that they're, all right, here we go. That time of year, bugs are flying in the studio. So the chimp was actually moving everything with his brain, which is, I don't know if I want monkeys moving stuff around with their brain. And they were feeding banana smoothies. Banana smoothies is what got me in trouble with my nurse practitioner. It is. I'm like going, why? Why is it? Oh, gosh. I thought bananas were like nature's ultimate cure thing. Well, unfortunately, right now, according to this article, ways eating bananas backfires against your normal everyday productivity. There are more negative effects than you expect under that peel. Bananas are the most popular fruit in the United States. The U.S. residents consume almost 3.9 pounds per person a year. According to the United States, while bananas may be tasteful and inexpensive way to fill up, there are many more surprisingly negative side effects to eating bananas as well, from your energy level to your organ health. Here are several ways that eating bananas can backfire. Relying on bananas to boost your energy levels may not work as well as you hope. One possible side effect of bananas is sleepiness. Bananas contain a protein, as we all know, around Thanksgiving time called tryptophan, which later is transformed into the sleep hormone melatonin. When consumed in excess, this may have a negative effect on one's person's sleep and wake cycle. And if you want to shake off the sluggishness, you might want to cut back on your banana intake. Individuals with irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, following a low FODMAP, FODMAP, I guess that's for those people who have it, might want to keep their banana consumption to a minimum. Ripe bananas with some brown spots may cause digestive issues for some of the following this program. Also, bananas, they sound horrible once you read this article. If you have kidney disease, consuming too many bananas could put your health risk at danger. According to the American Kidney Fund, individuals with kidney disease might find themselves struggling with higher normal potassium in their blood levels than in their kidneys, and kidneys can't process this higher level. Considering a single medium-sized banana contains almost 11% of a person's RDA of potassium, individuals with kidney disease may dangerously increase their potassium levels if they're eating multiple bananas in a day. In fact, In 2012, a study published from the Journal of Athletic Training found that eating 2 bananas after a workout results in as much as 5.8% increase in subject serum potassium levels. And if you want to keep your health, if you want to keep your kidneys healthy, steer clear of these. All right, so there you go. So bananas, I guess, are bad. It's kind of like what's the one comedian says, don't eat eggs. Eggs are good, eggs are bad. No, eat the whites. Whites are good, the yellow's bad. And then they just can't get it all together. I know. Who are we supposed to believe? You can find anyone on a professional level saying, I'm an expert at this. And then you find a person I'm an expert at this. For example, I'm a professional that nails are the best thing to add or connect 2 pieces of wood together. And then on the other side, you could say, well, wood itself should not use nails because I don't know, I'm just making up stuff here. But you see where I'm getting at. There's an argument on either side. And if you pay someone the right amount of money, you can get your argument pulled in your favor. All right. Couple more things, and I'll let you guys get back to what you got to do. We've been moving around and getting out there, and a lot of people are out there getting in the world and exercising. Thank God. I'm trying to get out there and do my part. But animals now that haven't seen humans in a year don't know how to react. And I got a couple stories here that I'm going to tell you about how weird the animals are reacting, and then I'll let you guys get back to what you got to do. Stick around. You listen to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We're broadcasting from the welcome back to Deacon Live. Oh, stop. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We are broadcasting from the Help Mr. Beast studios. And the way you do that is go to prophetradio.com, click on the Mr. Beast logo, and find out all the information you need there to help Mr. Beast. Now, we're all slowly being beast modes ourselves, trying to get out there and get in shape. And the animals that haven't seen humans for a long time don't know how to react. Now, I'm a Florida boy, born and raised, cut me open, I bleed sand, born in Orlando, just outside of downtown Orlando. And so any Florida story, I love to listen to them because Florida themselves, we're just crazy down there. And this one right here from Palm Coast, Florida, which if you don't know, Palm Coast is... Where's Palm Coast at? I don't know where Palm Coast at. Palm Coast, Florida is one of those places that a lot of weird things happen. You always see them on the news as far as weird stuff. Is there a raptor, like a dinosaur raptor, loose in Palm Coast? One homeowner is questioning this prehistoric creature is back after seeing a dinosaur-like figure running across her yard. Now, with all the technology and stuff, we all have, Ring cameras on our door or Nest cameras on our door. We all have these cameras all the way around our property. So at night, it can be kind of deceiving. Any animal we can come up with that would be walking around at 3:40 in the morning wouldn't walk this way. Maybe I've watched Jurassic Park too many times, says the owner of this house in the video, but I see a raptor or other small dinosaurs. She says everyone that she's shown the video has came up with the same conclusion. It looks like a baby dinosaur. Now, for every podcast that we do, we also have a matching video in tandem. So the way you see that is go over Deacon Live over on Prophet Radio, and you can click on that. And I'll post this video also on the shared on section. So here we go. This looks like a typical backyard at Florida. I'm going to hit the little play button. It's a short video, so I'm going to have to click and stop and play a couple times. So here we go. There it goes. Whoops. There's no sound. But it looks like it looks probably about, I'm playing it a couple times here. It looks maybe a foot tall and maybe a foot and a half long, but it's running at a clip and it's dragging something behind it. I don't know what I think. It's dragging something behind it. It looks like it's either dragging a snake or something. Some people say in the comments here, looks like a Komodo dragon or some type of lizard. Some say it's a large bird, but it doesn't make any sense. Some people say it's a dog wearing a harness. You can see the 4 legs in the front. Someone also says UFOs have been recently sighted in that area, so that could be it as well. And I'll post this video up on the Deacon Live section. I can't tell what it is. It doesn't look like any shape. It looks like you know what it is? It looks like a Choco-bo. You ever seen a Choco-bo? Google search that. That's what it looks like, a black and white, but it's like a half a foot tall. Choco-bo. I know, all my game nerds out there will get that. Now, another video that's been released is this one here. Watch as a black bear chases a man on a mountain bike down a hill, and he is booking it. Black bears can reach top speeds of up to 35 miles an hour, and it's hard to believe when you check out this accompanying footage showing a bear sprinting after a mountain biker in Whitefish, Montana. So the video has no sound, so the way, like I said, the way you do this or see this is go to our website, and I'll post this on the Share It On section. So this gentleman right here, this footage has been shared all over the world, capturing from a ski lift, showing a bear in a determined pursuit to catch or simply chase this mountain biker in this territory. The bear even attempts to cut the biker off by charging through brush and switchback on the switchback trail. But the mountain biker outlasts the bear and rode to safety. So if you ever seen like a mountain biking trail down a mountain, so it kind of zigs and zags and zigs and zags, this bear's top speed cutting across like straight down the path here. There he is, watch him. Through the bush, through the bramble, all that stuff. He's going. Now, he doesn't look like he's in pursuit like an attack pursuit. He looks like he's in like a, I say he looks like he's playing. He looks so cute from the air. I don't know. He's running. I don't know if the mountain bike ever saw him. The mountain bike guy ever saw him. He's running though. He's booking it. The mountain bear. He might not have even seen him. There he goes. One more time. Right through the woods and then out of camera range. That's taking the picture from a ski lift. So, one more thing, I'll let you guys go. I know we have horses here. We have several horses here on the property, and they have a personality of their own. We have, I say, professionally trained. My wife rides somewhat professionally. We go to competitions and stuff, and so every horse has a characteristic. I know there's one horse out there, I call her Moo Cow, because she's got like the black and white dairy cow marks on her, and she loves me to death. I'll go up there and pet her and rub her head, and she'll rub my, back and forth. And then the princess, quote unquote, princess horse won't even come near me. I'm better than you. You should not be touching me, peasant. But here, video captures this one horse, and an Icelandic horse named Gunnar loves to play in the water. And during this little trail ride, Gunnar saw this stream of water and decided, with the rider on the back, to go out there and start playing. So here you go. So the horse is pawing. You ever seen horses paw? At the ground and stuff, like counting 1, 2, 3. The horse is pawing at the water with the rider on the back. Rider's probably 16, 17. And then sits right down in the water to cool off. And then jumps back up. Oh, that was delicious. I love it. I'm going to do it again. Sits right down. Jumps right back up. I haven't had a person on me in, oh God, don't mark that. I haven't had a rider on me in a long time. So the horse was kind of excited and wanted to show her human partner what she learned out there on the trail ride. All right, guys, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening to us, downloading us, and doing all the stuff that links us to you and you to us. Make sure you follow us on all your social networks. Make sure you check out all our sponsors and all our musical guests and artists over on Prophet Radio, and check out the darker conversations that we have over on Is This Going Somewhere, found on iHeartRadio as well. On behalf of you guys listening to us, I'd like to thank each and every one of you. My name is the Deacon, saying good night and good night.
Wait, come back.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
Now the fun starts. I always do this. It never picks it up on the YouTube thing. If I hold it long enough. Let's try it. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. Good night.